For our TikTok audience, we're getting ready to go live here at the 1 Million Cups in Eustis, Florida, to learn more about how Scale Hound became an actual business and the idea, and really looking for feedback. So those on TikTok have some feedback, as well as we're recording this over here as well to help understand how to use AI in your business. Because what we do is we empower small businesses to unlock the AI that you already own. My background, as Jim mentioned, was I started in the Marine Corps way back when in 1989. While ago. I was enlisted. You see a picture of me and my brother in Okinawa, Japan at the Marine Corps Ball. For those, any Marines in the room? Navy, Army, we rock. But we celebrate our birthdays. Tends to be a national holiday right before Veterans Day, but we'll take it before we can get it. And then I was on embassy duty. That's where I met Colin Powell. And then retired out of the service, transitioned, and started my own business. And today what I'm asking for is introductions to local business groups so that we can present information about how to use AI, speaking opportunities, and co-hosts for AI Today, which I'll talk about towards the end. So what is your biggest time suck? Where do you spend most of your time every day that you don't want to spend time doing? Is it in your email box? Is it writing proposals? Is it answering emails? Your time every day that you don't want to spend time doing? Is it in your email box? Is it writing proposals? Is it answering emails? Where are you spending most of your time? And what you'll see is that a lot of your office personnel are not happy because they're having to work late as we're getting ready to go into the holiday season, right? There's lots of work to do. We're coming to the end of the year, things they have to close out. And what we don't realize is that AI can help us. You can use AI to get your time back. And then you have happy employees. You're able to do more. Think about what you would do with an extra 2 hours. Would you go to a networking meeting that you haven't been to before? Would you follow up with a customer that you haven't had time to follow up with before? Would you research a CEO or a market that you haven't considered before because now you have time? What we do is we take businesses from AI confusion to AI execution, using the AI that they already own. And the ROI is pretty clear. Just imagine $100 an hour employee, or your own time, $100 an hour. And by using an enabling co-pilot within what you already have, Office Suite, you have Outlook, you have Word, you have all these things, you get 3 hours a week back. So the math turns into $15,000, 600 annual savings or more if you get more time. And what we find is that people end up getting more than 3 hours a week back. They get a lot more. For example, we had a 40-hour RFP where somebody would have to build it, do market research, build out the requirements, request for proposal, 40 hours. We crunched it down to an hour. So what else could that person do if they had more time? Most businesses own AI, but you don't even know it. You have Google, Workspace, you have Gemini. It's a little star in the corner. You have Copilot inside Microsoft Outlook, inside all your apps that you use every single day. It's a little rainbow diamond in the right-hand corner, and it can help you do things. It can help you respond to emails. It can analyze your inbox after a long weekend or a long week vacation. It can analyze your inbox and tell you what do you really need to pay attention to. And what we do, we help you design AI-powered workflows within your business using, again, the tools you already own. No new software, no compliance risk, and proven framework. That's what Scale Hound stands for. Scale stands for state the problem, collect the data, assess the AI platform, and there's a lot of them out there, so you want to make sure you use the right one. Launch the prompt building process where you're giving the AI instructions on what to do, execute and refine, and then you keep following the process. You want to focus on one problem at a time, not get overwhelmed with all the AI that's out there. How we make money, we do these workshops, which you'll hear about towards the end. We do AI in a Day workshop sessions where I'm going to give you actually a free code to join us in our next session on December 1st. And then we work with businesses to map out one workflow, one blueprint, and then we become part of their team, their CHOW, their Chief AI Officer, the CHOW Officer. So we help do that. Why I started AI is what I saw was a lot of people, a lot of shiny objects out there, a lot of things people were spending time on. And what I learned in the Marine Corps was efficiency. Time means things. I earned my doctorate in the Marine Corps. I was in there for 20 years, so I actually got to the doctorate level. And I finished my dissertation on a ship going overseas. The main point of that entire dissertation was that people make systems work. Systems don't make people work. Because we had systems failing, but people made it happen anyway. And that's where we are with AI. And when you come to AI today, I'll explain more about how to process this with all this AI confusion coming through, how you can start to execute using AI. We execute with what you already own. Stop chasing shiny new tools. There's always a new one coming out, and there's plenty of them out there, and there's always a new one coming right behind it. Real efficiency, real results, no wasted time. Founded this year. I've been studying AI for the last 3 years because my background was in supply chain procurement, and I was learning how to use AI in that field. And then I was like, there's a bigger opportunity here. A lot of businesses have AI, they don't know how to use it. I can help them use it. We're early stage, and we get our revenue from our workshops, and we're doing proposals to become that chow officer for a lot of companies at the time. What we've done, we've had hybrid AI in a days co-hosted with folks. And our current obstacles is reaching ideal decision makers who would make a decision on AI, clarifying the target client profile, and scaling awareness in education, helping people become aware that AI is a tool to be used, not a replacement for your team. You can 10x your company overnight by enabling AI within your current workflows. What we're looking for, introductions to local business groups, speaking opportunities, and co-hosts for AI in a day. Again, local partnerships, opportunities to present AI in a day workshops, help us connect with local business associations, chambers, and professional groups, make AI practical, safe, and productive, and not confusing. And my gift for you today is we're doing an AI in a day workshop for sales on December 1st in Orlando at the Serendipity Labs. Use the code Serendipity, get 100% off, 2 hours, and we're going to show you how to use AI to use the code Serendipity, get 100% off, 2 hours, and we're going to show you how to use AI to get more sales, how to do market research, how to develop an avatar for a business owner, how to develop a campaign. How do I approach this guy? Using a LinkedIn profile link, analyze that person's personality so you know how to approach them and make more sales, okay? So there are spaces limited, so if you're definitely coming, please register quickly so we can secure your seat because there's a very limited space within the Serendipity Labs there. Okay, so with that, I open the floor for feedback.
All right, thank you. Let's thank Randy for the presentation. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to the challenge. So make sure that we're getting the right feedback. So really right now it's education and how AI can help a business. So how do we get Randy in front of groups, in front of now it's education and how AI can help a business. So how do we get Randy in front of groups, in front of organizations to teach them about maybe the programs that they have in place already, but how they can make AI work for their business? Nikki.
Good morning. I'm Nikki with Lindsay Market. So I help a lot of small businesses. They're not huge corporations or anything. Is that who you're also looking to help, or just the big companies?
No, we're looking for small to medium-sized businesses. Mainly, those are the folks that can really benefit from AI. Because they get the productivity. They have one person that can now do 10 times more work in a day with less stress and get more done using AI.
So then we'll talk later.
Okay.
We'll go through it now, but I do want to connect with you then.
Okay,
Thank you.
please. Yeah.
Marie Alberti, President, Lake Eustis Area Chamber of Commerce. Majority of our businesses are small businesses, and they need this. And I'm just now taking the voyage into AI and discovering what it can do. And again, you're talking about using the tools we already have. We just don't know how to use them. So I would suggest also my group. There's 50 here today. Typically, we have an audience of 100 for breakfast. So the opportunities are there, and it's a win-win. It's a win for you, and it's a win for small business.
So what goes into being a co-host for a workshop? Like if I say, come to my store, we're going to get people together, what happens? Are you paid for that? Do you need a required number of people? Like, how do we do that?
Good question. How do you become a co-host and what's the benefit for you? So there's two ways we can do it. We can either come in and we pay for the food, but you help bring the audience in, So that to help market the event, to get the right people there, as well as we do a partnership where we'll do a revenue share from any business generated from that event. So if we go and we present, and then afterwards we actually build a contract with a company, you would get a revenue share from that.
Let's talk more.
Okay.
I got one.
Go ahead.
There's a, with lead, I believe it's that fast track.
Right.
You one of the, they have, it's for small businesses, there's a subject matter every week for however many weeks. That could be one of them.
Okay.
Also BNI, that would be a great one for, a presenter to that. So we have a huge BNI here. I think it's like 75 people, right? Something like that.
No,
Conversation.
35.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They meet like.
We'll take 70.
The first Thursday of every month. But, you know, I want to step back to, there was a person up in Michigan that, very qualified, like sales trainer. And what he would do is he would come into businesses, and it could be 10 people, it could be 50 people, but he would do about 45 minute to an hour presentation. It was free. It just came in. But like you're doing with yours, I think is great, because then he would offer like day-long seminars and give the people the opportunity. And I think it's just getting out there, getting in contact. That's going to be the hard part where you can help. How do we get Randy in front of the people in corporations, in front of small, to do like a seminar, maybe where they bring in 20 business owners to go through the free seminar, and then maybe take that back to the business or pull them into a day or a 2-day seminar type of thing. And he would give discounts on that. But I think that's the biggest thing. You got to get in front of people. And if we can help with more thoughts on that, let's help them with more thoughts on that.
Yeah, think of lunch and learns for real estate groups, attorneys, any one of that group, a lunch and learn, an hour, we come in, we present, and then we can move out from there.
And I can't remember if I suggested this in Claremont, but when you talk about lunch and learn with realtors, the affiliate board of realtors, I think for somebody like you would be great, because if you think about the realtors and sponsoring it, getting in front of a new group of agents that aren't really sure how to search, and Greg can back me up on this, I hope, how to search for listings for potential buyers. Well, if they're using an AI program, they can really pinpoint it where they're not taking these buyers out on like a kind of a wild goose chase. And I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. AI can be doing the background for them.
Absolutely.
And let them be out in front trying to get new clients.
And to think about that, the hours of research it would take them to prepare for a client can be done in a few minutes. That's the time savings you're going to see.
Piggyback on what he said, the local realtor association, but every second Friday at the Orlando Realtors Association building in Orlando, 50 to 60 brokers meet and talk about deals, and they're always looking for speakers to start out. The Central Florida Commercial Association of Realtors and Florida CCIM chapter sponsor that, and I can put you in touch with them.
Please do. That'd be great.
Hey, it's Heather with Lake County Social Scene. So my suggestion piggybacks off of the chamber. Chambers, I believe, have ambassador spots where it's free to participate, and you can really get in front of quite a few business owners that are interested in networking and connecting with each other.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Alan. Greg's making his way.
Thank you. Congratulations on starting your business. I also had a long career, in my case, was human resources. Started a business in 2018, brand new from scratch. And what worked for me and what helped me was two things. One is I found small investment things to do, like sponsoring a chamber event where I got my name out there. And then some stuff that was just time. I created webinars, put stuff out on social media. Sometimes one person would show, sometimes 10. But I built that following that eventually got me out there to continue to talk about my business and other people. And then you get connected with others that have other opportunities for you. That's what for me, that worked similar to where you're going, is you gotta get your name out there, people know what you do, keep offering freebies to things that you're doing with QR codes and stuff that you actually do get paid for, maybe you can offer free and continue to build, and good luck.
Thank you, appreciate it, great idea.
I have another one for you. Being part of the Realtors Association, a lot of the title companies, they can't actually directly give money or any type of kickback to agents, but what they do is offer a lot of education, and I can connect you with a couple title companies I work with.
Okay.
But that's a great way to get all their agents to come and they provide some lunch or whatever.
That would be great, absolutely.
Hi, Alexa Casey, Case Design. One area I've noticed that seems to need a lot of help with AI because they're being affected is graphic design.
Say it slower again, I'm sorry.
Graphic design, the area seems to be affected a lot. So if you connect with with a group saying that it's Graphic Artists Guild, if you're willing to do webinars, they're probably very lucrative there.
Thank you, absolutely.
Okay, that was a good thought, never thought about that. You know, and I think the one thing too, we might have talked about before, one of the things we recommend a lot too is take on that client for free.
Mhm.
And
We have some
way-
proposals starting with that, because I took that suggestion, you gave it to us last time.
Yeah,
So like
that
just
way,
engage with
you know,
them.
do a 90-day, 180-day program with them. Start to build up the figures of how much they're saving, the time they're saving, the dollar cost. You know, you've got the slide in there, what it's costing. You know, everything that we can save in business is a cost savings. If it's time, if it's, you know, whatever we can do. And this way, now you can go back and go, look, I work with this customer. I saved them X number of hours of this. You know, we're not trying to take jobs away. We're trying, I think will actually create jobs, because some of the miscellaneous stuff that they're doing can put people out in front. I think it can be a really big starting point just to get people to notice what you're actually doing. Well, more thoughts, come on, we got more thoughts on this. I know, we had donuts this morning, the sugar had to get you hot.
Hi, Linda Byron from Now and Then. Linda B, and I just gotta see you.
You're zigging, I'm zagging, it's all right.
So back to the social media, hire a virtual assistant to handle that. And so unless you like it or somebody on your team really likes it, because people that love it just are awesome. So that's my suggestion.
Thank you.
So an AI virtual assistant to help with an AI promotion.
You can create one.
Your ad is actually to help your business get out there. Instead of you doing the Facebook, the whatever, you have someone else do it.
I understand, thank you.
Ryan?
Ryan of Market Branding and Advertising. So my question to you is, because I know your goal is to get some information for us to be able to help you find people. So, you know, to help you find those right people, what are the prices of your services? Because it's going to depend on what they can afford.
It depends, right? And the best way for, let's say, a small business is to come to the AI in a day to learn how they can leverage it, because basically they can walk out of AI in a day with enough information, start using AI right away. And then from there, the next step is to do one workflow for $997, where we actually build out a workflow for their business. One problem, one workflow. Then we demonstrate the value, and then from there we go into the larger opportunities to either become a bigger projects, custom projects, or become a retainer in their staff.
So just so I understand, the workflow is, or I guess let me not project what I think it is. What is a workflow for you guys? Like, what do you consider one setup?
So one workflow would be one problem. For example, I need to manage my email box. Well, what exactly do you need to manage? I spend 2 hours in email, I want to spend less time. We need to look at your email. We give you prompts in order to manage your email within 20 minutes instead of 2 hours. And that's one of the things we teach at the AI Today.
But that's a great way to do it. These workshops that are free, couple hours, entice people, and then that's where you, just like all these big gurus that do their programs, that's how they market it, and that's the way to go.
And if you can save them 3 hours and 2 hours, imagine what happens when we become really embedded inside their organization.
So this might be something that Alan, you can help answer. Because I know that with our company and a lot of companies, some of their HR handbooks are massive. And trying to figure out what fits here, what fits there, and you have to do the research, you have to pull it, you know, having, maybe searching and Googling who has the most involved HR handbooks. Meet with these companies and say, look, let me just put this all in a program that's a searchable program. They may have it in place, and we, the company I work for, we've been putting something like this in place for the last several years, you know, with mortgage products, with HR, with any question that we have. But a lot of those people, they have, and again, not that we want to take jobs away, but to go in and put the handbook and all of the regulations in a searchable program would be probably a huge time saver for them in the long run.
That's one of the advanced agents we build, which is an HR agent that takes your policies that people can go to and just ask a question, and it feeds them the answer right away. And it's the difference is HR is one of those security areas. People don't want their information out there. And everyone mentioned ChatGPT in here earlier. Understand that when you post anything, upload anything to ChatGPT, it goes into the big open world that everyone else can tap into. And when you know how to prompt it, you can grab that information. With Microsoft 365 and Copilot, it's secure within the tenant. So as you're posting information in there, it stays secure. It's not being shared. And we can build those agents within Microsoft 365. And they already have some tools that are ready to go now that you don't have to sit there and build out. There's something just me, hey, there it is. Point, tell you, it's right here. Look at it, open it, start using it. And then that's really what a lot of AI today does. It exposes you to the AI you already own. You're already paying for. You don't need to invest $30,000 in a custom app because you're paying for a $50 license per person in your company.
All right, we're gonna wrap up with that one.
Thank you. Well, thank you for that, and I think that's what I was trying to say before, Jim, is AI is so still very misunderstood. You've got the public domain of AI, and you've got the private domain of AI, and folks that have really just scratched the surface, all they know is the public domain. They don't know what Jim's thing is AI. They don't know that inside the company you can have a firewalled AI. They don't put that together. I think Greg said earlier, we've all used AI on the way in, we don't even know we have. So maybe what I was saying before about the webinars and the teaching, I think bringing it to the very baseline of creating some training, some free training through SCORE or LEAD, or offering it to Marie's group at Eustis Chamber to say, let me teach you what AI is, what it's about. You may already do that in your trainings, but I think bringing it down to that level and helping people recognize what level of expertise you have in this field and helps you to get your name out, become a credible expert, not just a teacher or a doer or an executor, but an expert in the field, can really help build that business model for you.
I appreciate it.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Yeah.
All right, let's, thank you. Oh, wait, Heather, wrap us up.
So I'll wrap you guys up with, I really appreciate a good tool. And a good tool helps me to do my business in a more efficient way. So I've learned to use new tools all the time. And I really appreciate you bringing us this opportunity to have a new teacher that can teach us about a vibrant tool and this new technology that we can all use in a way to launch ourselves in a better way. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, let's thank Andy for his presentation. So thank you. All right, Ramona, step on up. Our second presenter is going to be Ramona Crabtree Faulkner from the Authentic Life Journey. So let's welcome Ramona.
Good morning. I am Ramona Crabtree Faulkner, and I am the owner of Authentic